guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you have seen from the title of my video, this is not a hair video, this is a makeup video. I will be walking you guys through this look right here. I really love how it turned out. It's like a sunset cut crease sort of deal with some super intense eyelashes. Again, you'll hear me say it at the end too. I just wanted to thank everyone who's watched my first video. I really appreciate it, and thank you to everyone who's liked and subscribed to my channel as well. I'm so happy with the response that it's gotten, and I hope you guys like this video too. So if you want to see how I created this look, just keep watching. Alright, hey guys, I'm so excited to be back. As you can see, my hair is back, so if you can guess, I am going to be doing my makeup today. This is actually something I've really wanted to do for a long time, make makeup videos, and I've just recently gotten the push, you know, since doing my hair video to now try to do a makeup one. So I'm in a different setting. As you guys can see, I'm sitting at a desk and I have all my makeup in front of me. So I think I'm going to do like a sunset sort of eye look today. So I'm going to start how I always start. I'm going to prime my eyes using the P. Louise base in Rumor 2. This one is really great for priming the eyes for eyeshadow. It really helps those vibrant colors look really bright. Just creates a really nice, smooth canvas. Alright, so I've got both eyes primed now. I think I'm actually just going to do one eye on camera just for the purposes of saving time, and then I'll go off camera and do the other eye, and then come back and do my brows and skin and lips. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is take a fluffy brush, just like this, and take a yellow. I have a few palettes sitting in front of me here, but I think I'm going to go in with the yellow from this palette here, the Be Perfect Carnival palette. Stacey Marie and Be Perfect, that's their collaboration. This palette is amazing, and they actually have two more in the Carnival series, I think, or maybe they're different, but they look amazing and I want to try them so bad. So I'm going in with, sorry guys, this yellow right here. It's called Keen. And I'm just sort of patting it on to start building up the intensity, and I'll go in and blend it after. And that's gonna go all the way over into the inner corner pretty much. And I'm not being super particular about it because this is just the first shade and we will get more precise as we go on. And I'm just going to add a little bit of the darker yellow they have in the palette in the corner there. That's called Shuffle. There we go. That's what I wanted. Alright, so we've got that on now. Just making sure that my edges are blended here. And I'm blending that pretty far up there. I think I'm going to do a cut crease today, so this just starts creating the depth I need. And then I'm going to put in like an orangey red color closer to my crease line here. I'm not going to go too far up. And then we're going to cut the crease. So since I want to go closer to my crease line, I'm going to use a slightly more dense blending brush, I mean. Like that. And we're going to take a shade from a different palette. And this one is the Me, Myself, and Mitchell Pressed Pigment palette. And this one is by Beauty Bay. Another great palette here. So I'm taking the shade Mental. It's a bright orangey red color. And we're gonna be a little more precise about this. It's okay if I get the orange on my lid because we're gonna be carving that out with the same primer that I went in with at first, just to create a clean, smooth line on my lid. Okay, and we've got the orange on now. Before I go blend that out a little bit more, I'm actually going to go in with a little even smaller blending brush, this one here. And we're going to go in with this red shade from that same palette I just showed you guys. It's called Mad. And before I apply it to my eye, I like to build up the color on the brush a little bit and just blend it in on the back of my hand so it's really in there. That's a trick I learned in my makeup course, actually. So, just stamping that in along the crease. Really, right now we're creating a gradient, so it's going from darker to lighter, red to orange to yellow. Okay, so I'm gonna take that brush that we just used to apply the orange right here. We're gonna start blending the edges very gently. Don't want to go too hard or you'll just blend all the colors together. That's not what we're going for today. Okay, and then I'm going in with the one I used to apply the yellow, and I'll probably actually just put a little bit more of that lighter yellow on my brush. I'm gonna do the edge here, just to bring some of that pigment back. Alright, so we've got a really nice gradient going on. So now we're going to go ahead and cut the crease. Taking more of that base, like I said, I'm going to put some on the back of my hand. Alright. So that may have looked a little weird. I'm just like trying to spread the concealer around so I can get an idea of where to continue my crease so it looks as smooth and as uniform as possible. Cut crease, and I'm just going to set that with a white eyeshadow. So really any white eyeshadow will work for this, but I am using the shade Vintage from the Tartist Pro by Tarte Cosmetics, this one right here. Just a plain matte white shadow is what we're looking for. We're just going to use this one. It's just a flat concealer brush. We've got the white on there. Now we are going to darken the outer corner of my eye a little bit with some purple. So for purple, I'm going to start with a slightly lighter purple and then fade out to a darker one. So the lighter is gonna go right probably where the white begins, or ends, sorry, and then the purple will fade out. I'll show you guys while I'm doing it as well. There we go. So that's not really the shade I wanted, but this one's covering much better. This is from the Me, Myself, and Mitchell palette, and it is the shade Morgan, right there. And I'm just slowly starting to blend the edges. And then I'm just going to take the brush I used to apply the white eyeshadow onto the lid portion of my eye. And just kind of blend with the purple here so it's not a harsh line. There we go. I'm just going to take a different brush here, get a little bit more of that purple. So once you get purple, I find is a really hard color to get pigmentation with. So the trick, I think, is to pack it on and try not to touch it. So like you want to get it on there and then blend what you have to, but for the most part, just leave it. Okay, that is looking really pretty. Next, we are going to do a slightly darker purple. I think I am going to go in with the shade Motto from that Me, Myself, and Mitchell. Honestly, these shadows just perform so great, so I just want to keep using them. It's this one right here. We are mixing tones, so like that Morgan color is a cooler, I guess more neutral undertone, and the Motto is warmer, and that's because we're dealing with the red that's already on my eye, and we just want everything to blend really nicely together. So I'm being super gentle with this color because I know it's a darker one. This color will tie the cooler purple and the red and orange together really nicely, and also just add some additional depth to the eye. I'm just really focusing that on my outer crease area. There we go. Now I'm just taking a clean blending brush that doesn't have anything on it and blending the edge there. And I feel like my red and orange got a little bit lost in there, so I'm going to add a tiny bit more of those, just where that darker color ends. Just like that. And a little bit more yellow. Because why not, right? There we go. Okay, so now we're just gonna go in with some black eyeliner. I use the NYX Epic Wear, and it's waterproof. I like it. It's not my favorite. I think I would like it better if it was in a felt tip pen. That's what I normally like using. But it does stay really well, so that's a plus. And we're not going to do a wing today, we're just going to do a small line across the eye because we're doing some dramatic lashes. So we don't want to go overboard with the eyeliner, just that's my personal preference. If I'm doing a really dramatic eye look, I don't, like with eyeshadow, I don't normally do a wing. so I might have to just tidy that up a bit, but I can do that off camera. I usually just use a little Q-tip with some makeup remover on it, but that's sort of what I was going for. Alright, so I am probably going to add some glitter because why not, but I will do that after I do my skin makeup, just so it'll be easily brushed off if it goes onto my face, because it'll be set with powder. So right now, I am just going to go do my other eye off camera, and I will be back in a bit. So both eyes are done now. I'm loving how it's looking. I'm excited to see the finished product. But before I move on to skin, I just wanted to give you guys a quick tip because I actually made a little mistake on this one. After you cut the crease, don't put the white on before you do the purple, because that is why my purple is looking patchy on this side. You want to put it on the wet eyeshadow primer. That'll help with the patchiness for sure. So yeah, I'm moving on to foundation now. I do my makeup in kind of a weird order, but I just find that's what works best for me. So I'll do my skin, and then we're gonna do eyebrows, and then we're gonna do the finishing touches on the eye. So we're gonna do lashes and maybe some glitter and the eyeshadow under the waterline. I use L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear. I get a few questions on this, like when I post on Instagram. So this is the one I use, and I use the shade 440. And I apply it with a sponge. I really like this foundation. It gives me a really nice glow, and it has really good coverage. Down my neck quite a bit because it's a bit darker than my face and neck, but it matches the rest of my body, so like it's the same color as my chest pretty much. So just blending everything in. All right, it's looking good. In my last video, someone told me that I needed to smile more because I looked grumpy, so I'm trying to. I mean, didn't love that comment, but I'm new. I'm still kind of nervous in front of the camera, so I'm trying. So next is concealer, and I use Fenty Beauty concealer. I love this concealer. I didn't like their foundation very much. Their matte one dried me out too much, and then just wasn't a fan of the hydrating one, but love the concealer. Little trick, so I have naturally downturned lips, you can see. Maybe I'll get filler one day to correct that, but with my concealer, just do a little flippy-do thing like that on either side. And that'll sort of help with that. Oh, I'm actually running out of concealer. Whew. To talk about, like, I say makeup tips when I can think of them, and I always tell you guys what I'm doing, but I don't know if you guys want to hear like stuff about me. I'm pretty new still, so you guys probably don't really care. If you want to know stuff about me, let me know. Not that interesting, but I could talk. So that's the concealer blended out. That definitely helps correct the downturned lips a little bit. It's a good tip. Alright, concealer is all blended out now. All blended out. We're gonna set it now. Gotta grab my powder. I used the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in Fair 05. So, I just open it, tap something to the lid, like that. Take my sponge, and press it into my skin, just like that. For bronzer, I use a Sephora brand bronzer in the shade Honey Heat, and it's the Micro Smooth Baked Bronzer Duo. I have had this for longer than I'd like to admit, but it's really good. I don't know if they still make it. I could check. And I just use a big bronzer brush like this. And we'll swipe it across my cheeks. I didn't think I'd like a bronzer that had a bit of a sheen to it, but mixed with the matte bronzer, it works really nicely, and it gives you a nice glow. And across my forehead. You want to apply bronzer where the sun would naturally hit. So, top of your forehead like that, around your temples, tops of your cheeks. And then down your nose, lightly. And I also go on my neck a little bit. Alright, next I'm doing blush today. I have a little NARS blush in the shade Deep Throat. Yeah, knew that was going to be an embarrassing one. I got it, I think, as a birthday present from Sephora, or I used my points to get it. It's really nice. I'll probably end up buying it in the full size. Taking a blush brush. This is from Real Techniques. Oh, I haven't been telling you what brushes I've been using. Crap. If you guys want to know a specific brush that I used, please just comment or send me a message on Instagram or something, and I will figure it out for you guys. Sorry, that was silly of me. And I'm doing like a swooping motion to apply the blush. Alright, now probably for my favorite part, we're going to do highlight. And I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerrero highlighting palette, or glow kit. Ooh, okay, looks like that. I think we're going to go intense today, just for fun. So I'm going to take a highlighter brush from Tarte. It's a double-ended one. This one's blush, and then this is for highlight. And we're going to take the most blinding shade called Forever Lit. It's almost like holographic. I like it. I think I'm going to go on top of it with a slightly more neutral toned highlight, just because this one has blue. I don't know if it's catching on camera, but it has like a blue reflect to it, and that's not really the look I'm going for, but I just really like how intense it is. Alright, so we are going to try to tone that blue down with the Jaclyn Cosmetics The Flash palette, and I'm using the this one here. It's called Gleam. It's just gonna also intensify my highlight, which I personally don't have a problem with. Looking dewy as heck. We're gonna use that Gleam shade as the eyebrow bone highlight. Just gonna take a little brush here. I'll use this one. It's also Tarte, one of the double-ended ones. I use this one for the orange in my eye, and this one's just a little shadow packing brush. Okay, so now, as I said, we're gonna finish up the eyes. And we are going to start by just fixing this one. I went up a little too high with my concealer and it's looking a little unblended on the end there. So you can see this one looks good, but just need a little bit more blending. So we're gonna take this one that has the orange on it. No, I'm not adding any extra product to it. And lightly, very lightly, just blending it down. That's much better. Then we're also going to take the big fluffy brush that I used to apply to the yellow, not adding any extra product. And like that. Oh, it just got really dark. Alright. I'm loving this look. I love it. So, now we're going to do down here below my waterline. And we're going to do purple under there. So we're going to use the same shades of purple that we used in my outer corner. And we're going to start with the Morgan color in the Me, Myself, and Mitchell palette. Not taking too much. Get closer. And we're just dabbing it on under there. I'm going to go pretty much all the way. I'm actually going to take this brush, which I use to apply the red color, just to give some warmth to underneath my eye. There we go. Awesome. Okay. So, to finish the eyes off, we're going to do lashes. I'm not the greatest at applying lashes, and so this is going to be fun doing it on camera. The lashes I'm going to be using today, I actually ordered off of Amazon by the brand J. Meyer. They were really inexpensive, and I got 5 pairs for like $15, and these are them here. So I'm going to be using this top one. They're all the same style, but I've actually already trimmed these ones to fit my eye shape, so I'm going to be using those ones. And I'm going to be using this Duo lash glue. It's a brush on. Alright, so I just applied a pretty generous amount, so I'm just gonna wait a second for it to start drying up a little bit, and we're gonna apply them. So I just have it on some tweezers here. Just gonna let it dry a little bit. Ooh, it got dark again. Okay. Okay, that went way smoother than expected. I like to play around with them a little bit. Oh, I just realized I didn't put mascara on. I normally put mascara on before I put eyelashes on. I'm just being silly today. Alright. That super dramatic eyelash is on. Nice. get to the next one then. I'm so surprised right now. I guess I'll just do this one off camera. You guys saw how I like to apply these, so I'll be right back. The lashes are on, and while I was gone, I just applied a very thin coat of mascara. I used the L'Oreal Voluminous mascara. And now for some sparkle, I'm actually going to be using Mermaid Scales by Love Luxe Beauty. They're an indie brand and they're awesome. So it's called Intense, and actually I didn't order this. I got it by accident. I ordered 2 different shades and they sent me this one by accident, and they were actually really awesome. I sent them an email and right away they sent out the right shade and they let me keep this one, of course. It took a while to get to me, but I think that's just the pandemic and everything because it comes from the States and I'm in Canada. So this is what it looks like. Oh, it's kind of hard to see with the light, but it's like a white and gold sort of sparkly. And I'm just gonna use my finger to apply it. I find that works the best for me. Looks like that. It's kind of like foily looking, and I'm gonna apply that over the white on my lid. And also in the corner of my eye. Alright, so we're nearing the finish line here. Brows time, eyebrows. I use the Glossier Brow Flick. It's like a felt tip pen and it's in the shade brown. So just gonna set the brows in place and add a little extra color with the Glossier Boy Brow in brown. I got these together in a little set and I find they work really nicely together. Alright, so now we're gonna do a lip. I think I'm gonna do a glossy lip today, but I'm gonna do a lipstick underneath. And I'm going to use this Intense Matte Lip and Cheek Pencil by Nude Sticks, and it's the shade Belle. I use this one a lot, as you can tell. I do overline my lips because they're pretty non-existent. For the lip gloss, I'm also using one from Nude Sticks. It's the Lip Glaze in Nude 04. This is the finished look. Thank you guys if you stuck this out with me. Just gonna put my hair forward. Maybe. Oh my goodness. So this is the finished look. I just took my hair out of the headband that it was in. I really love how this look turned out. I don't know. I just kind of started doing this look. I had a general idea of what I wanted it to look like, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. Having some issue with my lash. I might have to reapply that one, but I'll just show you guys what it looks like up close. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. I'll be posting more content in the week to come. I'm still getting used to filming and editing and all that. If there's anything you want to see me do, please just let me know. I just wanted to thank you all for watching. I never imagined that my first video would get over 500 views. That's way more than I was expecting. And I wanted to thank the, I think, 32 of you that subscribed. You have no idea how much it means. I've been wanting to make a YouTube channel for so long now, and I had so much fear and anxiety about doing it. But this has just made me feel so good. Like, I just feel so good that people are enjoying what I've posted so far, and I hope that continues. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.